What's good, guys? Design Syndrome here. Glad to see you again. This is a spot on my YouTube channel where we aim to forget a little bit about trends and effects, all the stuff that really comes and goes and lives at the surface of design. Here we aim to dig a little bit deeper and train the core more permanent fundamentals that really make the bedrock of our work. And I believe training these principles can help them bleed out and nurture all areas of our creative life. So if you want to become fundamentally a better designer, and yeah, overall a design ninja, you're at the right place. Welcome to the Design Dojo. How you doing, my guys? Everything good? Let me grab something. I was working non-stop, like just until this very moment that I had almost forgot I needed to prepare the stream and everything. So yeah, how you doing, my guys? Everything good? Now we're streaming on Twitch and Kick also. So I wanted to just test that out. Hello from India, let's go. How you doing? Graphic design, it's so big in India, like graphic design channels, and I have a lot of people that watch from India, Iran, all those places. And yeah, hello to everyone, bro. So here we are, guys. Design Dojo assignment 8. This is type as an image, and for everyone new the dojo, it's a yearly practice space that I have on my Discord channel. It's completely free, don't worry, and for all skill levels. You can join from the link below, and it is structured in like a yearly assignment structure, you know, that resets every year. My intent with this is to keep it going hopefully forever, you know what I mean. And yeah, I'll just do the streams when I feel like I can, you know what I mean. So this year it will be with streams and everything. And in the dojo, my philosophy for the dojo is to really train fundamentals, you know, like typography, hierarchy, composition, all that good stuff that really doesn't change with the times, you know what I mean. So yeah, this is for all skill levels. It's really, if you're really good and you're really a seasoned pro or anything, these are really nice exercises to really tap back in. It had really helped me a lot to revisit a lot of this stuff. And if you're new, I don't see a lot of places where they are covering this kind of stuff because it's really tricky. And one of the philosophies that I have for the dojo is like no more tutorials, because tutorials, we love tutorials, you know what I mean. I'm gonna say this every stream, but going from point A to point B, you don't really develop like your own sense of style and your like the quote unquote taste that they call it nowadays, you know what I mean. But true taste come from being able to do this stuff and to really have that sensibility that comes from actually doing the thing, not just from watching, you know what I mean. So yeah, if you really want to get better, the dojo is for you, my guy. We have a lot of people that have really practiced, and this is the 3rd year that we're doing it, and some people got really good. So yeah, let's hop into the dojo for a little bit, into the Discord channel, into the Discord. Oh, let me there. And actually, this is the. Oh, I hadn't changed this because since I'm doing the multi-stream on other platforms right now. Also, like I changed a little bit of my OBS layout. There's this really crazy plugin that lets you do all this weird shit. Let me put this more over here. So that works. So this, guys, is the Design Dojo. Damn, bro. There. This is the Design Dojo Discord channel. And here we have like all the assignments. The most current one is the type as an image. We're going to have the brief here. We're going to take a look at the brief. But really quickly, I wanted to take a look at the previous assignment that we did. That was the hyper symbol, because there was some really new. This one was crazy. So just a quick catch up. We are on this is the assignment 8 that we're doing right now, but assignment 6, from assignment 6, we really got into typography from a really like playful mindset, you know what I mean. We really started to take it back, you know, and grab the symbols and really deconstruct them, you know what I mean. Which tools we will be using? This is just like Photoshop and a lot of analog stuff, you know. So first we started with the symbol synthesis. The goal in this assignment was to really deconstruct the symbols and push them to their to the limit, you know, to try to figure out what makes them tick, what makes a symbol be recognized as such. Here's some really nice discussion, and you know, we were trying to really see where the symbol stops, right? And once we learned that, we jump into the hyper symbol. The hyper symbol, it's about grabbing symbols, picking them apart, and then putting them back together like a Frankenstein. And these ones were done analogly by some of the students. These ones are really good, right? And the point was to create a symbol. We could create the same symbol like a G, but from parts that were not a G, you know what I mean? And to really play with them. And you could even make symbols that do not exist, you know? And by that, we learned some of the logic about how these symbols work, so we can break those rules and try to make some new ones, you know what I mean? And the next step of this is to make custom typography, but that's a science, you know what I mean? These assignments are just to help break that fear of typography and to really allow yourself to get a bit more playful with it, you know, and play with the given parts that typography already gives us. You know, here we have some other really good ones that are analog, right? Let me show you mine. Mine were up here. These are the ones that I made, right? This is also called a type specimen. These are really good exercises to get you familiar with typography, you know, losing the fear of it. Because typography sometimes can look like this monolithic thing that you can't touch, you know, that's only for those revered few, you know. But typography is just an image, and that's the point of the next assignment that we're going to do. This next assignment that we're going to do, it's type as an image. Oh, here we have some new ones of the last assignment. These ones are really good. This is breaking that path and going into some logo shit, you know, some monogram stuff. So this is type as an image. This is the current most assignment. Let me grab the brief a little bit. Let me grab the brief. Ooh, I had it right here. Damn, bro. Damn. So here we are. I don't know how to do the... Can I remove this? Fit width. That works. I don't want to do the full screen because I'm on a ultra wide, so it's gonna fuck it up. But okay, doesn't matter. Assignment 8, type as an image, branch typography, right? How do I fucking... There. So you're going to make type, letters, words, symbols, without using a single font. Instead, you are going to generate your typographic material by any other means available to you. Draw it with your hands, with your fingers, a branch, a found object, stain it, stamp it, photograph it, build it in 3D, illustrate it with SketchUp, cast it in shadow, tear it from paper, reassemble it, look around you. Can you make a symbol out of stones, out of a texture? What can you use to paint it? Right? The only rule is that type is your subject, not a device sitting on top of your composition. Is the start of it. That makes any sense? So this is where assignment 6 and 7 we're pointing to. You know, in 6 we found the minimum expression of a symbol. In assignment 7 we reconstructed that logic from their foreign parts. Now we go further away from the systematic form of typography entirely into the fluid form of the image. The question is, what happens to a symbol when you break it out of its prism of perfection and permanence and let the production method alter the very shape of the morphological composition? This is just to get it out of the brief, because I'm now realizing, which is kind of cool, you know, typography, even in the brief itself, it's serving the form as text. You know what I mean? This assignment, it's a bit abstract, because what we're trying to do, it's, for example, this one to the right, this image that's made out of foam, you can't really read it, you know, but you recognize there is something that's typed there that should be interpreted, right? But the image quality that it has, you know, the volume, those sorts of stuff that you really that quality that belongs to an image makes you want to decipher it in a completely different way, breaking the typographic dilemma. You don't read it as text. You're still trying to read it, but in a different way. It's communicating to you in a whole different way. And usually we don't think of type like that. We usually just keep it at the most. We put a couple of effects to it, but we're still reading it as type. What happens if we care to go a little bit further? Legibility is not mandatory for this assignment. An illegible letter form is not a failure. It's a different kind of communication. What matters is the type is the subject of your image. It's not a layer sitting on top of it. What I mean by this is like, when we're designing, sometimes we think of it kind of in lanes, we're thinking kind of, I love the AI viewers stream boo from in the Twitch chat. Sorry guys. There is a lot of since the stream is really new and it has like one viewer, there is a bunch of AI viewers services that get offered. So that's really funny. What I was saying, sorry, it's we tend to think of it kind of in lanes, you know what I mean? We think of, my poster has an image and has type, and that kind of separation has you treat type a certain way. You don't integrate it with the image fully because you already put it in your mind, you put it in a separate lane, right? But type, it's also an image, right? This is more reminiscent of the Polish type kind of posters. In Europe, in Switzerland, it's a lot of that kind of design language that you kind of have to get accustomed to. I think it really like it because it really helps subvert the image, you know what I mean? And to make it something else. At least in Instagram and the things that we keep seeing working nowadays, everything is just image, and there is not a lot of juxtaposition, between the text and the image and how things are represented. Everything is very linear and very safe, you know what I mean? Typography allows for a certain amount of abstraction that's different. Which is why typography it's different as an image than any kind of image, you know what I mean? Because you can have the image of a dog, and dog means dog, you know what I mean? But if you write the word dog in stones, then what does it mean? That's another layer. So that's what we're going to try to talk about. You see what I mean? These are scans of botanical material. This is crazy, This is the kind of thing that we're trying to go for, This one is actually mine, the one on the left. That's mine from the last year, this assignment. I missed all the other streams except the first one. Am I still in time? Let me answer that on the big stream. Here bro is asking, I missed all the other streams except for the first one. Am I still in time? You can join the Dojo anytime you want, my guy. You can jump from the start and keep watching the streams, or you can just jump out the deep end. The assignments are so experimental that there is some sort of narrative structure, right, that carries on from assignment to assignment. But really, I believe that it's better for you to do them in the time with the community, So just jump into the current most and start from there. If you feel like, for example, this one, that it's like a lead up that we did since assignment 6, right? So maybe you want to do assignment 6, 7, and 8, and that makes sense, you know what I mean? But I would just jump from the start, from the deep end, jump from the current most, and just get it going from there. And then if you have free time and want to catch up, do it. But don't let that have you miss the experience of doing it with everyone, because when I post a new assignment, everyone, that's going to be the most active, people seeing the feedbacks and uploading things, And one of the core things that I think for the Dojo is really good is the community feedback. Because I post the assignments, I always try to jump in there and give feedback myself, but I try to leave that for most of the streams, but I still do if I see something that I think would be really add to the conversation. If I see something that's really cool or really not cool but not aligned with the brief in the Discord. But yeah, community feedback is great for me because we are all kind of at the same time wanting to be said the thing that is gonna make us understand, you know what I mean? But you only going to understand when you put yourself there and try to figure it out and have a conversation with somebody about a piece. You know, that's really when you're really gonna start to understand. Because if you post your work and just wait for feedback, that's not really going to do nothing. There is one of the things that I aimed to do with the dojo is to break out of the loop of just consuming art and consuming stuff in that passive way that social media made us accustomed to. You know, we are watching the work of others like this, like 1 second, and we are just left with a really subtle impression of I liked it or just sheer indifference. You know what I mean? And I guarantee you, if you spend more time looking at a piece, you'll maybe love pieces that just skimmed over because you didn't see the detail, you didn't get into the piece, you know? So allowing yourself to give feedback to others is really great because you really have to sit there and look at it. And since there is a brief, because there is a brief, you can understand the brief and judge the piece based on what you understood of the brief, you know? It's not like you're giving feedback in a vacuum. It's really hard to say, hey, what do you think about this? And I show you like a random poster that I made, you know? So it's really hard, but when there is a brief, you can interpret it and say your piece, and then you have a back and forth, and that's the best way of learning, in my opinion, right? Then of course I will come and say, both of you are wrong. This is, it's not kind of like that, because I don't like that vertical, like this, not like I'm teaching you. We are all learning together, you know what I mean? I just set the track so things can happen, you know. Where is your Discord community? Link not available in the description. Is it paid? No, my guy, it's completely free. 1 second. Yeah, it has to be in the description of the, of the YouTube channel. Let me see 1 second. Maybe I didn't place it there. Oh, because I know why. Because it's gonna take you to the Design Dojo landing page that's on my website, and from there you can enter the Discord. In the description of the of the YouTube channel. Let me see 1 sec. Let me put it here so I can show you. So this is the thing, and here, showing what it says, showing here. You click there, and it's gonna take you to my landing from the for the Design Dojo. And here you have everything, and here you press and you join to the Discord server. Yeah, this is completely free. Patreons are the ones that. The dojo is completely free. The Patreons are the ones that allow it to be free, and there is a like a cool leveling system on the server that you can have, which is inspired in the ninja ranks from Naruto. I'm a big fan, and I really love the like the design ninja, like the idea. You know, I'll talk about it in another video because I think it's really cool and it's a good fit, right? But it's just something to add a bit, to spice it up a bit, and to reward those that help this keep being free. But the core things, which is the Design Dojo and everything, that's free. You can just hop in and start uploading and get everything, you know. There is even a quick feedback channel in which you can upload other kind of stuff that you maybe want some quick feedback on. And yeah, you can hop into the Discord and see everything that's there. But yeah, going back to this. So let me know, guys, if you kind of understand if what I'm showing you, you know, the kind of experimentation that I'm talking about. It not necessarily needs to be fluid. This part is important. This part is important because I feel a lot of you are gonna do this by mistake. So do not say the same thing twice, because in this assignment, like, you can experiment with letters and make it really abstract, you know. If you can think of a piece or something with a bit more concept, you can do it. I'm gonna try to do that now with mine. But you see this one that says whole, and like literally it puts a whole, right? That's called semantizing your subject, right? You are saying the same that you're saying with the text, you're saying with the image. right? So it's like it cancels itself out and it makes for a dull piece, really. Other than the effect, maybe, but it's not smart, you know. It's like cheesy and low quality, you know, low thinking, low meta, you know. It's like not thinking maxing. So see the other one, you know, the other one that's drawing letters again, kind of cheesy, but it's for you to, it's like a really extreme example so you understand what I'm trying to say. You know, it's like drawing with the skyline or like the down to top view of the figure that the buildings make, trying to make letters, and it says inspired, right? So there the image along with the text, along with what it says, it's creating like a trifecta of trying to say something of meaning, you know what I mean? One say, it's not the same that say to say one word, but if you carve in a stone, right? If you just say the word forgiveness, right? In a piece of paper, okay, you can read it, that's good. But if you carve it on metal and then you put that piece on metal on a wall, you know, then it means it gives weight to it and it means something else, right? That's all. Don't force the symbol into the material. Discover the shape that works better for it, you know. And here I have, oh damn, and here what I was trying to show you is like, can I move this? Damn, bro. Here you see how the first one, this one on the left, is trying to cut out the same shapes, the perfect shapes, the perfect alphabetical letters, and it's trying to force, to by force put it in the material and try to cast a shadow or make something that really the material is not lending itself off to very well. And in the other one, it makes for shapes that lend themselves better for what it's trying to do, you know, that symmetry that he found in which all the symbols folding on itself, on themselves, and it's much more harmonic, you know what I mean? This one on the right, that the one on the left, one is forcing the shape into the material and the other one it's working with the material, you know what I mean? Like, don't try to make like the perfect letter from the material. Try to see what's the material, what's the interesting shape that it wants to give you. That's the better way of putting it. Otherwise, why don't you just print it? You know, if you want to make like the perfect letter, the perfect quote unquote Helvetica or whatever font it is. So if you're working with a material, work with the material instead of working against it, you know. Don't go against the grain. Then illegibility, don't focus too much on it. What matters is the presence of text, the text to be recognized as an image and you to be able to work with it, right? And make a lot first, then edit digitally. For example, this is one that I saw Nike did for ACG, that it did with some stones. Still, they try to. This is for an ad, so it makes sense that they wanted it to be super legible. But we can, since we are trying to be more experimental and niche, you know what I mean? We're trying to be more niche. You can be a lot more fluid and not so literal with your letters, you know what I mean? Right? Forgiveness in stone means a different thing, you know what I mean? Like, you can play with the words, play with a couple of letters. You don't have to form a word, you know what I mean? And yeah, make a lot first, edit digitally, go back to assignment 1. Right, this one, I don't know, for the ones that weren't here for assignment 1, assignment 1 was the stain. We really got our hands messy and did a bunch of stains. You could work digitally also, but that method of the stain works really well for this. Experiment with morphology of the symbols, like making really long, make them really playful, you know what I mean? Don't go for the usual form, the symbols, you know. Right, let them breathe, let them do weird things, you know, like command the shape in a meaningful way for you, you know. Like, if you want to make an A, make it really stretchy and make the leg, the middle bar do something that the material is allowing you to do, you know. Don't force it to what we usually know, you know. Think about composition and sequence. This is for the ones that I've been doing other assignments for the dojo. Like, think about the page now, right? If we go back to these ones, right? Think about, this is no more like the assignments that we're doing before, that I said like just focus on the symbol and focus on the thing itself, you know, like these ones. For example, in this assignment I told you like focus on the thing itself, don't focus on the composition on the page, just focus on the composition itself, on the little specimen that we did. For this assignment we're gonna focus on the page also, like we're just gonna stack stuff, you know, like from here on onwards we're just gonna keep focusing on the page, and we always gonna think about the page now. Everything is a composition, right? Everything is a composition, and since now the deliverables are like a final piece, 5 final pieces, you can make an a single character, a word, you can make it experimental, you can make a study more like a piece with a concept, right? But the thing is, it needs to feel like a finished piece, not like a sketch no more. You know, we need to start to step it up and start making work, like body of work, you know? So for these pieces, think them as your work. You're not practicing anymore, right? That's a key shift I feel to have in your mind. Like you're playing, but you're playing like pretty seriously now, right? You're trying to make a serious poster now, in the sense of this is a final piece, right? Not serious in the sense of dark, you know, in like harsh or like really important, but final in the sense that it needs to be like a finished piece, right? It's your work now. It's not longer a sketch, right? And think of the sequence, right? This is something that we did for assignment 3. It's like, don't think only of the one piece, think of all the pieces, right? So maybe if for piece 5 you make something that's really busy and really great, you can have that if the piece that comes before, it's a lot more subtle, you know. Think about that journey of the pieces. Think it's like a like a show, like you're putting your pieces and it's like a journey. You have a piece that's more retracted, then a piece that's like a build up, and then you have the big showstopper, right? And then you have another piece that kind of goes down, and then the last piece is a bit more, right? So think about that, like that journey that you go from piece to piece. Free format, you can make them however you want. Color allowed, fonts only, and you can use support and graphic elements for more typography. You know, more typography, you can put little text if you need to compose the piece a little bit more. You can do that now. No AI, of course. And this is something that I wrote, and I'm gonna read it real quick because I think it's good, right? So, type is not the same as text. To understand why this distinction matters, consider this. Typography in its vast majority is consumed typography in its vast majority is consumed as a device to move information around by way of writing and reading text. This makes the graphic representation of the symbols only an accessory to what they're trying to say. If you change the font on a copy of any novel of the brothers Karamazov, for example, you wouldn't say that the novel has fundamentally changed. The symbols sit on the page in a very monolithic way, replicated by the printing press to make available a very specific set of ideas in a very specific order, in a way that's very specific to literature. This changes when you look at a logo or a custom type layout, where shape and color disposition start to add to what the word would mean in plain type alone. This scenario still retains some of the legibility and meaning-making ideas text carries out implicitly. A logo needs to be reproducible. It is trying to create meaning for itself that will be replicable across time, and it's still working as a pure symbol. Type becomes an image when the symbol shifts its intention from of being read to that of being interpreted and felt in more planes than just the iconographic one. This assignment is about type as much as it is about letting go of type. It's an effort to get closer to treating things as what they are. Type at the end is just another image. Realizing this can allow for a higher degree of freedom and play when trying to conjure up our work. We must respect the old rules of type at the same time that we discard them so new ideas can emerge. You know what I mean? So what I mean by this is what I was saying at the beginning, type, we are dealing with type here. This is an image, but we're trying to extract information from the text. We're not trying, at some degree, the design of the text is saying us something about what it's saying because how it's written and how it's presented, right? In a logo, that it's a bit more, right? If you look at the Design Syndrome logo and all these logos here that I made, there is text, right? But still, there is meaning engraved in them. I didn't like this because it means something, right? Now type, but still, it's a meaning that's encapsulated in the way that's this in the way which is designed. But it's supposed to be understood in a certain way that I gave it, So you will understand it in time. You'll remember what the symbol means regarding without matter the words, Type as an image. We need to go a bit further than that, right? And completely break that idea of you need to read it, read the text. You need to interpret it as an image, So again, let me show you this once again. Oh, let me show you. I have the references here. Oh shit, I have the references, and I have a bit more here. Actually, here we're gonna leave them a bit bigger. This is just to get a bit more what we're saying, right? This is a Nike example. I really like this one, right? But the letters, again, they are a bit too perfect, We can make it a lot crazier if you want to make this with stone. I saw a TikTok video, I couldn't find it today, that I do that, grab some marbles and dip them in ink, and then started to move the page with the marbles, like in trying to make letters. Not trying to make letters, it was trying to make shapes, but you could use that to make letters, to make some weird forms, Oh, I'm talking too loud and my throat is already killing me. There. Buenas desde Argentina para todos. Siempre que saco el mate. Sorry, I switch to Spanish when I drink mate, you know what I mean? Yesterday, Messi, 3 goals against Argelia. Let's go. Bro is built different. Anybody watching the World Cup right now? Let's go. Let's fucking go. So, back to typography, my guy, you know what I mean? Okay, this one was good. Okay, this is digital. You can make something like this, get a bit playful, get a bit, right? And this is what I mean about the type. If you want to make other kind of little type of shit, if you want to add some little typography, to add some details and some hierarchy to the piece, by all means, do that. We're gonna start now thinking about finished piece, stuff like this. If you want to make maybe not that much like miscellaneous text, but if you feel like it makes the piece better, go for it. It actually makes sense, because it means if you can still make the typography as an image be the star, it means you kind of understood the assignment. For the ones that were got with the stain, this is very reminiscent of that, So this is really like the stain. You can do stuff like that. My guy saying, are you going to design the assignment now in live? Yeah. I'm gonna do a run of a speed run, any percentage of what I would do, This one is weird because it's not deforming the symbols, but it's using them in a way that is not trying to be interpreted. You know what I mean? And I think that makes sense for this poster, because if you see, it's like the Yale Symphony Orchestra. Yeah, right? And music, it's something very funny about music, because you can read music, Music has the partiture and the shits, So there is an element of you can read music, right? So it makes sense that the poster is typographical, right? That's concept. That's very good, but again, you can't read it in the sense that you can read type, right? So that's why type it's like this in this poster. So this is a very conceptual poster. You can make something like this also if you find the idea and makes sense. This one was modeled with clay. Toxic, love it. Love the composition. You know what I mean? Simple, striking, bold. Just make the decision. You know what I mean, my guy? Like just grab the symbol. Look at this is 3D, I guess. No, this is like the foam you put to inside the walls. I don't remember the like isolation foam. You know, and I don't know if this is typography, but it looks like typography. And it has that character of meaning something, that goes over the threshold, and all that little text that has, and it's like a okay, it's like an exhibition, a cinema exhibition. This is a classic, like with that influence of Polish posters and in the European style, Swiss design style, like really. I don't know how to say it in English, but in español decimos afichismo, como this culture of the poster, not in the sense of social media, but the poster that's thought out in a very material way. And it has a lot to do with the concept and what it's trying to say and what is going to be showed and how it was made. That's really important for the poster. And I guess that's something that I want to bring back for this, to be thinking of the materials and the moment you spent making the piece and how you thought about it, where the idea came, what it represents. That's going to be baked into the materials. You know what I mean? Because if you grab a certain kind of stone that only is found in your neighborhood, whatever the fuck that would mean, or a certain kind of bark or a certain kind of material that it's next to you, then the piece becomes closer to you. You know what I mean? What's my guy saying? Just finished watching England's World Cup game and jumped straight into watch this. Let's go. Excited to see your works through the project. We'll see. Today, Portugal play 1-1 with Congo. I'm not gonna lie, Ronaldo's ace starting to show its colors. Meanwhile, Messi turning into the first wine. Fine wine, turning into fine wine. Yeah, that's so unlucky. We'll talk about it a bit more later. But the thing with Chris is that he's one of the best. He's just happened to be born at the wrong time. You know what I mean? If you want to be the best, because other guys were just like Messi is Messi, and they were excellent soccer players, but they don't have that ghost. You know what I mean? Chris wants to be the best, and Messi is just Messi, and he's the fucking best. Like the fuck. Again, don't get sidetracked. Let's go. So again, back to this piece. I hope it's kind of we can understand, huh? I don't know what I said there. I think it's. Let me know if you can understand what I'm saying, or it's like too abstract. It's so cool to have a place like the Dojo where the people can share exercises and can talk about the best way to communicate for a brief. I find it so interesting. Thank you, Mauro. Oh, let's go, bro. Yeah, appreciate it. I'm Italian. I'm gonna join the Dojo very soon. Let's go. Yeah, don't like. Also, one thing, guys, like if you're on the fence about the Dojo and you feel like you want to lurk for a little bit, just do like hop into the assignment, see what people are saying, and just you can be a part of the communication without putting in the pieces. You know what I mean? Like if you didn't make the assignment, you can still participate in the discussion. Look at the pieces, and then when you feel ready, jump in. You know what I mean? And this is something for the this is something for the people that's kind of new. Like there is this idea of shoshin. You know what I mean? Shoshin, it means amateur mind, beginner mind. It's much more impressive for me when somebody that is not as good breaks the mold and tries, right? Because me, when I do it, I have more experience, right? I'm gonna shit on all of your work, like because I'm quote unquote better and I'm more experienced, so it's easier for me to show off. It's easier for me to do the assignment and do something that kind of looks cool, So it's not as impressive in the sense of what it takes. There is not that much fear involved for me, right? But when I see somebody that's new that he's all gangster putting his pieces up, that's more impressive for me, right? Because I know what it takes to be in that place and to do it. So if you feel like you are, because I heard that in the Discord that people that are kind of scared because people are uploading really cool stuff. Yeah, for me it's more impressive when someone that's new kind of uploads. When I see somebody starting to post in social media and they have one like whatever, I love that. You know what I mean? That's more impressive than the dude that has all his identity revolving around he's good. There is like a path that's already set. So doing the work and doing it's easy. So if you're new, just do it. That's the most gangster moment you're gonna have. Once you start, it gets easier. And I'm not talking about just design here. Like the most brutal time is when you're just starting out. So just start out making shit. Hey, my guy, what are you doing? It's great. Keep it up. Venezuela, here living in the Netherlands, so it is late. I'll keep watching tomorrow. Vamos Argentina back to back. Let's go. The hermano from Venezuela. How many people usually upload their works? And it's really up and down. It really depends. In the first one, we have like 400 uploads, 300, and then it's been going down because people are starting to really not have the time for the dojo, but it keeps like in the hundreds, per assignment. But you can jump in and take a look. Go into the dojo and see. There's quite a few. There is quite a few. So it's that. And let's go back to this that I was showing. Brr. So okay, this one it's a bit more digital, but I wouldn't do something like this. But you can try. If you make it really good and it makes sense, you can do it. You know what I mean? Like you can do it. It's always like that. In uni, it was the same thing. Like they tell you, don't do that. But if you do it good, you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? This one's really good. Again, you know, what the fuck is that? Like fucking um, shaving foam. Shaving foam is goaded for this assignment. This one, I don't know what this is. Like some foil paper. Re- Traverse theater, right? This one's really good. This one's digital. This one, I don't know. This one is not this assignment. This one is still typography, I feel like. So don't quote me on this one. You can try something like this if you want. But this one I'm not sure. Actually, no, don't pay attention to this one. This one is another thing. It's not what we're trying to do. This one is what we're trying to do. Almost illegible. It doesn't fucking matter. But you can see that you see it and like your brain goes into decipher mode, into interpretation mode. Okay, this is typographical, right? This one is really great. It's like some botanical elements, like you need to scan them and up the contrast. I'm not saying that to copy it, but you can grab something of these ideas and sort of use it. Again, a brush, classic, like a white brush, and just start like sketching shit. Okay, this one's a lot more controlled. Like you need to know what you're doing to do something like this, but again, you can try. You can grab some goo or whatever and some ketchup, some honey, you know. And also, like, try experimenting with light, with other elements. These ones are digital, but you can play. This one's super hard. But again, it's using morphology also in the back. It's using a lot of elements to make it look so cool. But yeah, you can try. Block party. I love this one. Block party. Here, bro, use some fucking clips. Hard as shit. This one's a bit cheesy, but you can do something like this, I feel like, right? You use some foam, some from the soap, you just wash your hands and you make some soap and try to draw some symbols with the soap, like over a black something, and then photograph that. Digital. Again, this is digital but really stretched, you know? You're not trying to read it like the type is used as a image making device instead of a type making device, you know? This one don't. When I saw it, I was like, that's cool, but now it's not. This one, no. This one's beautiful. Flow gardens. You know, there is a, you see what I mean? It says garden, I feel like, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that flow gardens and the typography treatment has that baked into the way the image is represented. You see it? Like it looks like flow garden. Like the shapes look like botanical, but digital, you know? Okay, this is just to show that not everything has to be like that polished way, you know. It could be like something like this, a lot more trashed, but again, typography, it's showing itself in a different manner. This one with the fingers, something like this. I would play a lot more with the shape. Like this is too vanilla, like trying to make it's trying to make like a font, you know. I don't want you to make like a font. I want you to create like a weird fucking thing. This one's the one that I made last year. This one's also mine. So yeah, that's kind of it. Bye-bye. I'm joking. So let's hop into Photoshop real quick. Let's hop into Photoshop. Okay, here we are. Can you hear the music? Where's fucking... Is it playing? Oh, that's good. So let's grab a new file. I'm just gonna make it like I bought it there. Actually, let's make it the ratio of like a proper poster. Let's make it 2:3. Make it like that. And I really didn't have time to prepare something. I already tried this just to see if my idea worked. But where is it? Projects, Design Dojo, 2000. Here you have, for example, oh, these ones are not everyone. They have the 2024 Dojo in another drive. Or here's Dojo 2025, Dojo 2026. Yeah, let's get it. Image, my piece. And I grabbed this. And I'm gonna try to make something out of this. You know? So there is something that I wanted to try. An idea regarding, you know, the God in the code. I wanted to do something, if I could write God with this sort of elements, you know, form typography in some kind of way. I think it could look super cool. Hey, we ready? Let's go. I gotta pour my coffee grind out tomorrow and aim for weirder shapes next time. Oh, let's look at that. Let's look at that, bro. Like, that was so funny. Because my guy, this is what bro did. You know what I mean? Bro just fucking went for Helvetica, you know? I super respect this, you know? Like, this is a classic. Like, this is like in school, like the teacher would say, like, everybody look at this. Everybody look at this. Who's this one? Who made this one? Who made this, you know? You made this? Oh, okay. Don't do this, guys. You know what I mean? Because It's what I said on the brief. You know what I mean? I'm super glad that he did this because he did the work and he did it. I don't know if he wrote saw the brief, but in this case, like I would try to make a macro shot, of a couple of beans, and try to come up with the shapes with a couple of beans, or maybe you can see if you can stain with the coffee, do stains with the coffee and try to make it that way, But here is like, what's the difference between this and just printing the words? You know what I mean? Like you are semantizing the image too much. Like it's like putting a texture over it and not telling me anything new, right? Like if you make it with the coffee like this, it's not adding anything to the fact that they are made with coffee. If they were pure black, it would mean the same. We are not adding anything new. So okay, this is here we're starting to see some shit, right? The fuck? Okay. Okay. Okay, this is better. Again, try to go a bit crazier. You know? I saw the brief, but I was already too deep when I realized it didn't have the sauce. But read the brief. Guys, read the brief with pause. Read it, interpret it, see what it means. You know what I mean? Try to go pretty abstract with it. You know what I mean? Um, like you wouldn't do assignments like this in a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? So this is your chance. Like think that this is a client and it's asking you for something really specific. Like get out of your comfort zone and each assignment try to give it that extra oomph, that extra what the fuck. This one is great. This one I love it. Right? There is something here I really like it. I would experiment more on this. And I love the fact that like she scanned or he scanned the entire page. That's super great. I like it. Yeah, this is good, but I don't know. It has something that it still looks like pretty. In uni, they say it's lacking a turn, one more turn of the key. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna give it a correct 2 repeats there. Oh guys, I also changed the. I need to change the. Now it's no more like the. This is gonna be target, and this is gonna be not the cross there. I changed. If you go to the Dojo and you go to the server guide on the Design Dojo guide here, I changed from the green tick to the target sign. It's target on target and needs revision. That's why I felt it was like I needed to explain it too much, but I don't want the like the ratings for the assignments to be like wrong or good, because it's not that the assignment it's wrong or good. It's like it's aligned with the brief or it's not aligned with the brief, right? There's nothing that's intrinsically wrong with what you did, but it can be not aligned with the brief what we're trying to do, right? So that's the key distinction that I wanted to make. So let's go here. So first I want to separate this. Actually, let me put my headphones on, so I want to listen to a bit of the music. Bit of the music. I don't know why it's stopping. There. There is good. Let me know if I see fun questions, guys, or whatever. So now I'm just gonna try to extract some elements out of this board. This is actually my camera, this camera. Like the motherboard burned and I had to replace it. So this is the old motherboard, the old motherboard that burned from the camera. So this shit cost me like $1,000. Fucking hate you. Ah. Yo, Epidemic Sound royalty free. Music is so good. Yo, after this, I'm gonna play like a little set on the Discord channel, so you can stop by. I'm just practicing with my DJ controller just to fuck around. I'm selecting the subject just to grab the outline shape of this. Just want this. Actually, let's I'm gonna make first. Let's grab something. And here with the selection, I'm gonna try to follow the logic that these components kind of have, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to be really blocky and really grab stuff that I think would make for a cool symbol. So I'm gonna grab all of these. I'm gonna make, you see there that I'm following kind of the pattern of the little transistors. And I'm gonna oh damn. Okay, so I have this, right? That's actually super interesting. That's my poster, guys. Bye-bye. Nah. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make a layer sequence. Does this works? That worked. Okay. I made this section today and I wasn't sure that this would work. Oh, actually, I might as well just show you because I think it will be better so you understand what I'm doing. So I'm gonna make like a noise graphic out of this. I already showed how to do this like 1,000 times, but let's go. So the setup that I use is like I put a white layer below this. This is all gonna be on a group, so it's gonna be like this. And right, first I'm gonna do like a noise for this. And the way that I do this is I do like a solid color with a color gray, 50% gray. Then I'm gonna raster this. Right, I'm gonna get rid of the mask. Now I'm gonna reset my palette, right? So I click there, so it turns like black and white. And now I'm gonna go to filter gallery. And here I'm gonna use the reticulation density, and here you can play with the density. I like it like pretty dense, like 30. And this is gonna give us like a pretty chunky noise. This noise is far more real to what like cameras make, you know. This is like a proper grain, you know. So you're left with that. And now what I'd like to do is like I make it a bit bigger, and I Control A, Control C, and Control B. So I am left with that bigger noise, right? Now if I make it a bit more subtle and drop levels, right, I can make that sort of, you know, like that really chunky like poster eyes. But now I want to make it black and white, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna drop below here like a black and white, and I do this black and white layer because I want to control like that green that it has. I want to see if I can control it a bit more. so we get to see the components a bit more, right? I'm gonna play with the slider that I kind of like. This could be an overlay also. Yeah, I like better in normal, and then you have to play with the opacity and then with the levels on top. Right. Here to this one, to the thing that we took away, I'm gonna add like a simpler inner glow in black, and multiply. I'm gonna give it a lot of opacity so I can see it, and I'm gonna put it inside. This is just to separate it from the background, because I want to see like the outline of this motherfucker, you know. So like something like that. Something like that works. Oh fuck! I did inner glow again. Brr, brr, para bim. Normal. Let's give it more. Like that. Actually, let me try also one more thing. What happens if I give it a bevel and emboss? Like, let's give it a lot of depth. Oh, that's actually kind of good. That's actually kind of good. That's actually kind of good. I like that. Well, I don't want to get too comfortable with this, because it's just to prepare kind of the file. I want to play with the grain a little bit. Okay, let's just grab more parts from here and just put them inside that group. Actually, if we go to this group, and I'm gonna make this shit a group, and that effect, I'm gonna make a group here and put this effect to the group. I'm gonna put this here. So now every piece there, oh shit, you're not seeing mine. There, sorry guys, but let me know, bro, like if I wasn't showing it. So all the effects that was in this layer, that's the one that I'm using for this bit that I extracted from the motherboard. So I will just put it in a group. So I did that. So now if I select anything else like this, I put it here, and now it's already with that effect that I did, you know. So that's cool. Now let's try to find more parts that we could use for typography. Right, I like this one, like this oblique part that it has here, because we're gonna need that for typography, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to make some interesting cuts, you know, and always, because I want to respect the way that this morphology kind of happening in the motherboard. So I'm gonna try to be like the most like orthogonal that I can. So trying to give straight lines, and just if I zoom in, I'm gonna try to follow the morphology that the motherboard it's giving me, you know what I mean? So actually let's this is really good, really meditative practice. And here, take your time, whatever it is that you're gonna be selecting, because this is gonna be your poster, you know what I mean? Like this, you are making the symbol. So here I'm gonna grab all this detail. I'm gonna grab that circuit band. Tick, tick. Then I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna put it in this layer, bro. And now, ooh, ooh, what's good? What's good, Kami? Everyone say hi to the mod. Right, with this we can start making some shit, right? We can start building some symbols with this. That's crazy, guys. And you can even like, if I duplicate this and like put it like that. Why is it like, there, it was in multiply. Looks cool, but let's extract more from here, and then out of what we have, we can keep playing with it. But let's make it this a bit bigger, like so. And there is something cool here, like this little bit. We grab, right? See how I'm trying to respect kind of the shape that the element it's giving me, right? So that way I'm working with the material, right? And I'm not going against it, trying to force a shape that it doesn't want to have, you know what I mean? Like I'm letting it give me the shapes that it wants. Right, and this is giving me a lot of lovely detail. Right, actually, let's grab this also. I think we need to start like writing whatever it is that we want to say. I wanted to do like the word God, but maybe we can make like a sort of rune, like a rune with it. And maybe that means, you know, Okay, let's try to make a G. Try to make a G. This is gonna be back to this. We're gonna need that little part that the she has, you know, the little the upwards part. So we can grab that. Here I'm spinning it just to see if I can see it. This. See, here it is. Like, and I'm gonna grab all of this. Ooh. Come on, guys. I need to put it behind. There. That's crazy, right? I love this. Let me have some mate, bro. The mate is giving me typographic knowledge, you know. Oh shit, my back. I started like training acrobatics again, and I'm feeling so good. Once we have. Okay, we need to find like a no, right? Okay, we need to find like an O now. Like an O. And I feel we can use this. Like this we're gonna use. Actually, let's grab some more like details. kind of like this, you know what I mean? Kind of this. This is so fun. Like, this is so fun. Like, that's the classic, you know what I mean? Like you don't feel like working, but once you find something that could work, all of a sudden, you just can't stop, guys. Let's keep this. Tick, 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 tick. Grab this, put it here. And let's put it here. Well, actually, to this one, I'm gonna treat separately with the levels, so I can kind of separate it from that back plate. No, wait, maybe I need to treat the back plate. I don't know. There is something about this backplate that I'm not completely feeling. That's kind of hard. Need more. What am I missing here? Yo, where's my layer style? It kind of went away. What the fuck? Oh, because this layer took the entirety of the frame. That's why. I'm trying to write the word God. Actually, I need to put this here and this in another group there. I'm trying to write the word God. I'll grab some elements here. I don't want to think that much. I just want to keep moving forward, you know what I mean? And right now I'm not kind of finding it. I like the G. It will look good in the end, but that's hard, guys. Hey, dude, where are you playing on tracing paper tutorial? Bro, everybody wants the tracing paper. I got it. I got it. I mean, I'm finishing the product, bro. I'm gonna release the asset pack and also the tutorial. I'm gonna show you how to make it on your own, right? And then if you want to support, you can get the asset pack. But I'm going to trying to make it really cool. I'll show in a little bit something about that because it's turning out really great. But I really want to make it in a way that I can show you and teach you something really cool about that effect. I don't want to just drop the asset pack, you know what I mean? With the noise can be a bit bigger. Yo, this looks crazy. I'm following about 1 year. All that time I was craving that technique. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you on that tutorial. It's really easy, but I found some ways of doing it. Actually, something really crazy happened today because I was about to ship the product. Like I was about to, I'm done, you know. And then by mistake, I managed to find another way to make something look better, and I had to redo the entire thing, like change all the layer styles. And but it's looking crazy. Like, did you guys saw what I posted today? Like I did this today. Like the fuck. Like I'm gonna show you how to do this. Yeah. Let me finish this, bro. This poster is looking crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Brr brr patapim, brr brr patapim. I'm crazy, bro. I actually also took a picture of the back of this. There is some nice shit in the back also. Let me also select the subject. Damn, bro. Beep, 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 beep. Really like this, bro. Like we can grab this like that. And then do like fucking. That's it? Okay. Oh, because I need to. Okay. That I want to isolate the text. That's what I want. Like that. And then maybe I can grab this and make something here. Actually, I don't need that part. I need to finish making my. I need to fucking finish my my D, my O and then my D. But there are so many cool little resources here. Like this. Come on, bruv. Come on, bruv. That works. I started using Photoshop because I found your channel on YouTube 1 year ago. Much love from Kazakhstan. Let's go, bro. So happy to hear that. Greetings from Argentina. Argentina. Sorry, bro. My HDHD is kicking in. That's an O. We can have it, right? Like again, like we're not going to go like super crazy about legibility. I rather this look fire. You know, you can be maybe boom. Now we need to find the D. Okay, let's grab these little details here. Let's grab them. Let's grab them and let's place them over the image, but like so. And I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna grab this information. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna make like a solid color layer, color black. Gonna open the mask by alt clicking the mask. Gonna paste that. Going to invert it, and I'm going to invert everything, and I'm gonna be left with this. And now that I have that, I'm going to go back into the mask, and I'm gonna increase the contrast, and I'm gonna be left with the text. And now the text, I can put it like here for a little detail, you know what I mean, bro? Like, this is that good shit. This is that kush, you know? That little micro graphics and shit. And like, this is nice to start talking about composition. We can start to find relationships in our work, right? Like, I like this line that is forming here. You see? So once we find something like that, we can start to support the design in that. So let's actually like reinforce that line, right? We can maybe start placing our elements in a way that support that direction that the design it's already like sort of falling into, right? So we can start placing our shit kind of like that. And let's go to your element, right? And we can and finding the relationships. Design, it's a lot about finding relationships, you know, my guys. So once you start finding those kinds of stuff, you can sort of lean into them, and the design will grab strength on its own, you know. That looks kind of crazy, like I'm not even lying right now. And I like this. I like that that texture kind of bites in the end, because it's a lot of the language that the motherboard already has, you know, all the little parts on the motherboard. I kind of bite into the end, you know what I mean? They're kind of overlapping and going over the edge. So I think it makes sense for the poster to also have that kind of language, you know what I mean? So I want to move this little thing, this little detail here. I'm gonna move it so it matches our line, right? So like that. And you know, and now I take it out, and you see how everything is really neatly like falling into place, right? This looks really clean, really good, right? Now I'm thinking if I should add the other letter here, because I think the composition looks really crazy like that. I could just, I don't know, let's place some just miscellaneous text just to give it some character, you know what I mean? This is what I mean about, you can put typography in your poster if you want, but you see what I mean? The main actor here is this like weird god that I made, you know what I mean? Actually, let's make the O, because it just makes sense for the purpose of the assignment, you know? But I think this works. You know, I think this is a tremendous, this is good, you know what I mean? I'm really loving this. Actually, let's start trying to paint it, you know? Since all we have here is black, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna paint it by overlapping colors, right? So I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna grab all these layers and do a solid color, red, and just put it in multiply, right? And that way I'm painting, right? But I'm thinking what could be a good color for this. That works. That kind of works. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And now for the rest. No, what I should do here, I'm gonna put it in normal. These two, I'm gonna put it in a group, and now I'm gonna put the group on multiply. If I do it this way, it's like, this is important that you understand this. Like, you see, if I put this in multiply, it's gonna do the multiply on top of everything, right? Like, you understand that. If I put it on normal, it like nothing. If I put it on multiply, it's printing over the entire image. If I put this one on multiply, it's gonna print on top of the little pink color. That's why the blue is getting like that, right? If I put it like more violent, you can see it, but it's multiplying. If I take out this color, it gains like its true hue, right? But what you can do there, because I want to just simply paint on top of everything, I can put these both groups in these both colors in normal. I put them inside a group, right? And now I put the group on multiply, right? And what it's doing now, it's like, if I post the path through, right? This is what it looks inside the group, and now that's what gets passed on and multiplied. You know what I mean? So now I can play with the colors more faithfully. I think I kind of like something like this, kind of muted. That is kind of good, bro. And now we can make one more. Can I clip it to this? I don't think I can. Oh no, because it needs to be there. Now I can clip it. And now I'm gonna put it to screen, and it's gonna paint all my black. And now I can put it the color that I want. And now I can go crazy, you know. I can put black or make it not as black. White. No, white no. I actually like it like that. The problem with this is when I try to move everything here, when I try to move stuff, the color is gonna stay there, but we're just testing it. I just wanna test the palette. I like the palette. Let's test it a little bit, adding a bit of typography. My hands are very cramped up. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions, whatever it is. We can talk about whatever we want, guys. I'm having fun now. This is good. You know, when we're in that good phase, you know, when the design is taking shape, we kind of loving it. Oh, we're all fun and games now. We were sweating our ass off before. Segment. Oh, I like that. What was that? Okay, smile. Sorry, guys, I'm too locked in. I need a monospace letter. Oh, this is great. No. Like a system monotype font I want. Oh, I like this one, but when I press it, it's gonna... Ah! Ah. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to register the... Like when it can't find the font, I like that. I want to keep that. Make it trace paper. Oh, here it is. Carbon. Let's get it. Save as an image. Show these layers. Let's go. Actually, we should put this here to, so it keeps adding to that direction on the poster. We keep putting shit over that, like that direction. Ooh, in color is good, bro. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. We have more assets here. Where's that little shit that I put? What do you mean? What do you mean? How do you register a new action that remains in the list? How do I create an action? That's what you're asking, bro? Like to add an action, you just like put here, type the action, and then you start to record the action. Oh, you want to see something cool? To see something cool, bro. So let me put this here. I put it in color black. Look, this is what I have till now about the action. This is the trace paper action, and I press play. Oh, that's what I have for the moment. Put it in multiply. That's what I have for now. I'm finishing it though. Yeah. Making action is super simple. You only need to know the commands and like how everything works. Where the fuck is my? Where is it? Oh, here it is. That. But everything kind of shifted. Mhm. There. It kind of aligns. Actually, let's move this more towards here. And that's kind of good. Move it there. And this little part, let's move it here. Here we can put like Alt 4. Okay. Damn, bro. Let's do that action again. Okay, let's move this. Let's put this here. And let's put this there. There's no music. Bro, I think there is too much weight on the right side. Yeah, but I think it's balanced. I think it's balanced because of this little thing here, since there is too much like empty space, negative space around it. Like it gives a lot of emphasis to this little like blow of text here. Maybe if I give it more contrast, it helps a bit more. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Damn. No. If Photoshop freezes on me, I'm killing myself. It froze. It froze, guys. Everyone pray. Everyone pray. Adobe, I'm gonna kill myself. Oh shit, no, guys. Oh fuck, no. Capture the screen, bro. Capture the screen. Everyone fucking pray, guys. No, if I lose this poster, guys, I'm gonna lose it. Bro, this is PC, but this never happens to me. This literally never happened to me. This literally never happened to me, guys. Like, what the fuck is happening, bro? Bro, it fucking froze. It's frozen. It's Frozen 5, guys. It's more frozen than Frozen 4. The Return of Elsa. No way. This can't be. This is so sad. For what? Yeah. But I don't want to see it like saying not responding. Shit. Somebody help me, please. Anybody. No way. Let's never freezes with tracing paper. Never froze, bro. I think it's because of the multi-streaming and shit. Like my memory, it's completely busted right now. Like I have 94%. No way. Is there a way to? No, I'm gonna lose it, guys. I'm gonna legit lose it. Everybody remember this poster, guys. But I wanna see if there is a way. Like, is there a way to unfreeze Photoshop? Yes, you can unfreeze Photoshop. Force quit via system task. That's so sad. Okay, everybody say bye to poster. No way. I'm laughing so I don't cry, you know what I mean? Everybody say bye to poster, bro. Ah! Ah! Oh, that's so sad, bro. That is so sad. Oh my god. I'm literally shaking. It never happens to me. I want to. Oh my god. I'm gonna do that poster again tomorrow because I was loving it so much. But I won't be able to replicate it the same way. It won't be the same. You know what I mean? It just won't. Like if it recovers the file, like recovers it, I'm I'm gonna be fine. What the fuck is happening with Photoshop, bro? No! No! Oh shit. Open recent with marker. No. There isn't a way of. No, guys. That's so sad, bro. New poster. Oh, this is my clipboard. Okay. Okay, okay. I saved it. There it is. Boom. Oh, fuck. No. Bro. Technically, the machine didn't allow to make the machine gold poster. That's so facts, bro. That's so factual. Fucking machine didn't want me to make a killer, like, I got in the machine poster. Let me save this just to fucking. What an ass experience, bro. Like, that is so sad. That is so sad, bro. That is so ass. But I mean, this is what we were having. Like, it was complete, it was fire. Like, fiery, fiery fire. You know? That is so ass, bro. I can't believe it. Oh, tomorrow I'll make it again. Tomorrow I'll make it again. The struggle is the art. Post the poster like this. The elements. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're onto something, bro. You're onto something. The thing is that the quality got fucked. But you're right, bro. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Let's make it. Bro, you're teaching me shit, bro. You're crazy. Actually, let's look online for the Photoshop has stopped working. Bro is cooking, bro. You're cooking, my guy. Image size. Let's resample it again. Let's make it 2000. Let's make it big. Let's make it big. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We keep moving. We keep moving. We keep moving. Shit happens. It is what it is. It's actually good. It's good. It's good. It doesn't matter. We're gonna save it with texture and shit. We need to look for the. I mean, we are going off the assignment now because I'm gonna add something. We're making art. You know what I mean? This is fucking art. Because I'm gonna add something like the dialog box that Photoshop had stopped working, and we're just gonna put it in the poster to sort of, um, you know what I mean? Like, it has stopped responding. Photoshop has stopped working. Images. Okay. Photoshop. Okay, we might need to make the dialog box ourselves. Uh, okay, let's do. Let's make small thing like that. Yes, very cool, like gray. Shit application, bro. Like, I kid you not, bro. Like, Thank God that I'm not under contract with Adobe because I would get blacklisted. But nah, like I mean, aside from the AI stuff, like I don't know, I never had that much gripe with Adobe. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe because there wasn't any other alternative. You know what I mean? But I don't know why this isn't looping. There. I can't believe that this happened, bro. That's so ass. Okay, I need to. No. I can't believe this shit. Literally never works for me on how to say after force quit. The machine god moves in mysterious way. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't save it. Like I never do that, bro. Like it's incredible. Like I don't know what to say, bro. Like that never happens to me. The fact that it happened on stream is crazy. Because that I always save and oh I mean like it never crashed on me like this. Like that's crazy, bro. Like what do you mean? Photoshop has stopped working. I need to make it big to use my action. No, but I still like I completely like see the effort in this. But I was loving the final piece. Like it was fun to make, but I really loved the final piece. Bro opened up my eyes there for a second because I was getting too caught up in the final piece. And but it was fun that it happened, you know what I mean? Like this is the process, bro. I present it to you. You wanted the process? Here you have it. Fuck! That's so ass, bro. I can't believe it. So okay. Let's just keep going. Actually, I think I can use my trace paper here. If I put it like that. But let's make the backprint white and let's make it far less. Like that, and let's use imagination tool. Like that, and this one, so let's make them white. No, actually, let's put this all in here. But it needs to be black because it's not. What country do you live at? I'm in Argentina, bro. I'm in Argentina. I don't think I can add this in a way that makes sense. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. You know what I mean? Like, I think it looks good. I think it looks good enough, you know? Like, it's interesting that it has like literally frozen me. You know? I think it's good. Fucking shit ass software, bro. I can't believe it, bro. But let's leave it at that, bro, because I think it's good enough. You know what I mean? It's also interesting. It's a fun story. But what's killing me is that in a couple of days I have a show at. I'm gonna present some of my posters in like a screen print, like a show. A friend is organizing like this event, and I wanted to do some screen prints. And for a second, I thought like, yo, I should use this poster because this is so good. That's so sad, bro. And that's so sad. I'll still redo it. I'll still gonna redo it again. But for the dojo, like, this is the piece. You know what I mean? This is the piece with the thing. Actually, let's get rid of this. Let's leave it at that, and let's play a bit more with this. Oh, I like that. Kind of like that. I like that kind of muted tones. It kind of works, you know what I mean? It's funny. It's like Photoshop literally crashed on me, you know what I mean? And let's bump up the texture a little bit more. Like that. But let's... something that I like to do on these kind of posters. That's so crazy, bro. Do you have a tutorial? Everyone's gonna ask me about the trace paper, bro. Do you have a tutorial for the YouTube thumbnail of Design Dojo streams? I'm working on that product right now, and I'm gonna do a full tutorial on it, my guy. Yeah. I'm working on that specifically right now. The thing is that the asset pack is taking me a bit because I'm wanting to make it super good. And also, yeah, the tutorial is gonna come a week after I drop the product. Sorry, I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna give it a lot of blur, filter, blur, a lot of blur. And now I'm gonna put this into multiply. And now I'm gonna edit the curves on this layer. And this way I can create like a sort of bleed to this, you know? Trace by... yeah, I'm gonna release soon, bro. And actually, how about if I put it on screen? Oh, I also like it in screen, but it's the other way around. It's like I need to do like the fucking like that, you know. The problem with this is that I'm gonna lose. No, I need to do it the other way around because I'm gonna lose the small text, and I don't want to lose the small text. So let's do it multiply, and let's bring it up. The key is to be really subtle, you know, and to manage those good midtones. Like that. That looks so sexy, bro. Like that. Now let's see if we can do a quick recolor with this. Ooh, I like this, bro. Nah, but it looks flashy, but the palette that I had was better. No, let's leave it like the way I had it. There. Like that. And let's go again with this. There it is. There it is. Got in the code, bro. Have you tried tattooing? You like a tattoo artist, Loki. You look like a tattoo artist. Yo, I've been. Everybody says that to me because I have a lot of tattoos. But no. I haven't tried it. But I love tattoos. I love getting them. Right now, I'm not getting any new ones because I don't like to use like numbing cream and getting tattoos. It's a ritual for me. I really love it. But it's like a mindset I need to get myself into because it's really taxing on my body. Would you do one-on-one lessons? Not really. Not really. No. The closest that I have to that is the Ambush on my Patreon. It's the top tier, which we have it's like a closed group in which we do a more closer follow of each other's project. But that's for people that are a bit more with a career a bit more developed, you know what I mean? and they need for that kind of like following, you know, like a group that wants to go together and lock in and are looking for that kind of motivation, you know, in the group. That's the Ambush. But no, I don't do like one-on-one. And also the Ambush is not for classes. It's more for accountability, you know. But I mean, the dojo and the lectures, bro, I feel in the lectures there is like mostly what I would want if I would be starting out or looking for more proper guidance on design, you know what I mean? But yeah, here we got it, guys. This is it. I like it. Not gonna lie. The piece has history, you know what I mean? It has a history. Fuck. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. But I think I cooked. Still I cooked. But that's it. Let's say this. That's crazy. Got in the code. One. Here's the action for now. But you see, it's a bunch of these are all the layer styles that I'm doing. This one's really good. Look at this. This is live, you know what I mean? Like if I put text here, I put you know, you can do that. If I open like, you can put anything, you know. What I like to do here is like, let's say I have this setup here. I like to duplicate it, turn it around, put in the same thing, but then with a lot less like fill, because that way it looks like it was printed on both sides of the paper, you know what I mean? If I get rid of these both. What do you get when you're showing the ambush? You get everything you get from the base Dojo supporter role. But reading what you get on the Patreon, bro, like it's right there. But it's much more tailored for people that are a bit more want to lock in their project a bit more and want like a more closed, not exclusive, because I don't want to separate the community like that. It's for people that are a bit more serious in trying to put work out. It's not to learn. Like the Ambush is not a community for learning. It's much more for getting closer with people that are a bit more serious about the project. You know what I mean? Like if I put this here, it's already doing the effect. You can put it any color, change the blending mode, multiply. Come on, bro, you need to stop playing. It looks really good. Now let me grab anything here like this, but it needs to go in here. This needs to be clipped. Let's put this. Oh no. Get rid of this layer. Say this. Yeah. You see, you can edit all layers, like the transparency of the paper itself. That's the bottom one. Just like that. Just like that, bro. It's that easy, you know what I mean? I'm just seeing if I'm gonna release like the template or it's gonna be just the action. Because the action, it's like this, you know what I mean? Like let's say you don't have anything, right? Like you just have this. You just have this. Let me put it the other way around. And you just press play and it's gonna do the full setup. You're right. You do boom. And then it does a full setup. And now you can just hop in here, go into layers, double click, and then you can change the blending mode like that. Right? That's fire. But what I also did is like you can come into this layer, which is the one that has the blending mode, and you can just hop in here. Oh, and also you can do like the homogenization action, which is this one. You press play and it does like a setup to give you more texture and like some color correction, which is this one over here. And here you can do stuff like that. But what I did, it is really cool. It's like this action that allows you to, because you see this layer here has a mask that has texture, right? So I step on here and I put the mask texture mask swapper. This is gonna be on the action pack. Like I'm gonna teach you how to do it, but the action pack is gonna be for you to do it in one click, you know. What the fuck? Display. Why is not playing? Why it didn't play? Yo, Photoshop, it's cooking me right now. Why is it not playing? Like, this never happens, bro. You see that it's playing towards that step and it's not doing anything? Well, here it plays a stop that says select the texture you want to apply your mask. You open, you select the texture you want. Here I have all my texture pack, but you can use any of my free textures or anything you want here. Let's say I'm gonna use this one, let's say, right? So it's gonna open it. Here you go, invert, select selection, copy, set selection, close. No, select max channel, paste, stop. It's gonna say next, adjust your texture to fit the mask. RGB, so stop. It's gonna do curves, and here you can adjust the curves, so you can, now you're playing with the texture in the mask itself, right? So allows you to do stuff like that, and just like that, bro. But I'm gonna teach you everything, bro. I just need more time. I need more time, bro. Yeah, it's almost done. I just need to streamline it a little bit more, so it's really easy and really fun to use. It is fun as it is. Just it needs a bit of explaining. But that's that, bro. Yo, Photoshop got cooked today, but I think it's because of the multi-stream. Not gonna lie. Like, literally think it's about that. So yeah, that's it, my guys. Let me know if you have any questions or anything that you would like to talk about. If not, I'm gonna see you on the next stream. But again, guys, like, I hope you kind of understood what the assignment was. Let me go to my desktop. Got in the code. Here it is. Beep. Okay. I think it's a really good poster, guys. Right. Got in the code. Assignment 8. Type as an image. Right. But I guess we are. Do we understand the assignment, guys? Like, what's the goal? Right? Is to subvert type into an image, because writing God in this typography, in sort of this type specimen, it does a lot of the communication, right? That's the idea. But again, you don't need to develop a piece with a full concept. I just thought of this because I saw a playlist that was called like this, literally, and I thought that it would be cool to do it. And that's where I got the idea from, you know what I mean? Alt F4 to save yourself, the classic when somebody asked you, how do I save? Alt F4, Which is crazy, bro. So that's kind of it, my guys. You know what I mean? We'll be seeing you next stream. Remember to stop by the Dojo, hop in the assignment, get to meet everyone, like, introduce yourself, and just get a conversation going, you know what I mean? Like, hop in there, say what you think about some of the pieces, always be respectful, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's kind of it, bros. Right now I'm gonna play a little bit of music on the Discord channel itself. If you want to hop in on the, I'm gonna show you this. Like, if you go into the Discord channel, there is a room here, the House and Techno, this one. Here I'm gonna do a little, that's the stream room. We watch movies there sometime. I'm gonna just fuck around and just fuck around, you know what I mean? I'm gonna play some music just to to chill for a little bit. People are uploading stuff to the other assignments. Let's see what bro is doing. Oh, these ones are really good. Nice. This is really clean. This is the stain composition sketch. Okay, this is good. Yeah. Nice rhythm. Yeah, let's rate it. Let's put it okay. Yeah, the first assignments, it's really, we are not given that much feedback other than opinion, because we're still in that ludic phase. You know, we're still playing, trying to make cool images, right? In the assignments that gonna come after this, we're gonna start to be able to give proper feedback, you know, like in terms like, I don't think this is, like bro said, like he felt like the composition was leaning too much to the left. For me, it was good, but he had a point, you know what I mean? So that starts to happen in these assignments. These ones, we are still in the very experimental phase, trying to just get comfortable with putting stuff in the canvas and building that trust in the movement of putting stuff, you know what I mean? So yeah, really good. This was the first assignment, you know, guys, the stain. This is so good, bro. Yeah, and each year I aim to make the dojo a bit better, always keeping it free for everybody. So if you want to support this, you can become a Patreon or go into my store, get some asset packs, some textures, whatever it is. It helps the channel a lot. Or share the stream, follow, share the videos on Instagram, whatever it is. It really helps me to keep making this and not have to charge for the dojo like a course. I hate that. I mean, it's not that I hate it, but I learned in one of the best design schools in Argentina, which is one of the best in the world, and it's a public school. So I was like, I got instructed by the idea that this kind of knowledge should be free, you know what I mean? So it's not that the effort should come from an individual, but I still feel like doing this way. But it would be ideal that there wasn't a need for it, that it would just be free structurally, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. It gives me purpose, so I'll take it. So that's it, my guys. See you on the next one. You already know how it is. See you on the path. Make cool shit. Bye-bye. This is the millennial heart. Let's fucking go, millennial. I copped 6 of your mouse pads for my office. Bro, that's so good. Thank you, bro. 6 of the mouse pads for the office? Bro, thank you so much. That's crazy. Yo, your office is gonna be dripping. Shit, bro. Oh. Or also, guys, if you want to support, I don't think I have this on my links, but I released a collection of keycap sets. These are my keycaps. And I don't think if you can see it with the light there. This is one of my keycap sets. This is the 1 of 0 collection. There is keycap sets, and you have also the mouse pads. Yeah, everything. It's on the 1 of 0 side. I don't think I put it on the links. I'm gonna put it on the links of the streams as well. But yeah, if not, you can check it on my Instagram. There you're gonna have to see everything. The team of 1 of 0 was nice enough to want to make a collab with me that ended up really good. Actually, I have a pad right here. Let me show you. Man, I need to work on my product placement. This is one of the pads. Like, look at this. Oh, it has already like a stain there. Like, look at this detail, bro. It looks amazing. Like, the quality is super good. So yeah, bro, that's kind of it. Again, guys, thank you for everything. See you on the path. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Millennial heart. What's your favorite one? Emboss or black one? Both. I love both. But the emboss I feel I like more. It's more unique. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Love you guys. See you on the path. You already know how it is. He never went away. Bye. Bye-bye.